Here now to react, somebody who's dealt with a lot of FBI directors in his time, James Kallstrom, former FBI Assistant Director, who joins us now. Jim, first of all, it is becoming a he said sort of thing. Jim Comey says the president lies. The president said that he lied about the demanding loyalty statement. Do you have a horse in this? Do you trust one or the other?
Hi, David. How are you?
Fine.
I thought Comey really made a fool out of himself today. I mean, I think it's clear now that, there's on a few facts. Number one, the president was not under investigation.
Right, absolutely.
Without question. Number two, I mean, he was eager to see if any of his cohorts, or as you call them, satellites, were, and he asked to be notified of that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this whole Russian thing is just basically a bunch of BS. Who do I believe? I don't believe Jim Comey, because here's the reason, and this isn't political. This isn't about Democrats and Republicans. I have a pretty low opinion of the vast majority of all of them, quite frankly, David. But Jim Comey, was just not up for the task. When he got the note or the phone call or the conversation with the Attorney General to have this investigation of Hillary Clinton, but don't call it an investigation, call it something else. And by the way, you don't impanel a grand jury either. On that day, I mean, he should have seriously considered resigning, because you don't conduct major investigations by calling them something else.
Yeah.
You don't conduct major investigations by not impaneling a grand jury, because then you cannot compel any kind of testimony or get search warrants, etc. Mm-hmm. But even with the inability of doing that, he chose. The music was playing, and he chose to dance with the devil. And this investigation went on, sort of a shell investigation, for months. But there was such a proliferation of evidence and about 10 federal felonies that even without a grand jury, when he had that prosecution memo that he read of all the things that she did, and then the preposterous decision, and the Attorney General the day before said, "I'll go with whatever the FBI director said."
Right.
So it was all.
By the way, Jim, let me just, for those who might have missed that section of the testimony of Comey talking about Loretta Lynch, let's just play that and get your direct reaction to actually what was said.
Right.
At one point, the Attorney General had directed me not to call it an investigation, but instead to call it a matter, which confused me and concerned me.
Now, could that itself be considered obstruction of justice? There's always talk about the president obstructing justice here. We didn't hear evidence of that, or I don't think we did. But was that obstruction of justice, what Loretta Lynch tried to do?
Absolutely, that was obstruction of justice. And it was obstruction of justice when President Obama said publicly on numerous occasions, there's no evidence to investigate Hillary Clinton. They have nothing. He said that numerous times. And was it obstruction of justice when the FBI was told not to investigate the IRS? That went out of their way to basically pounce on thousands of private American citizens for no reason whatsoever other than politics.
Yeah. And
was it corruption when they decided, not to prosecute the perjury cases from Benghazi and the other perjury on the IRS? So there was an awful lot of that going around.